Oh, Ginger is there. Hello, everybody.
I
I
swear
was gonna make a
you
joke.
have the best
I was gonna
intro
make a
ever.
joke saying nobody wanted to read with me. I'm here by myself
Oh,
today, and
It was
you
me.
messed it up,
You read
Ginger.
me.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Moon Scarab channel, and welcome to another episode of Bones and Spirit Tarot Readings. And as you know, this is the third show, and the topic of the show is everything related with bones. And we're using skeleton and skulls and bone themed decks to do the readings. And today I am joined, as with the previous shows, by Heather from Soul Alchemy and Indigo Jaguar, and our special guest, our other special guest, Ginger Faye. Hello, ladies. How are you both?
Doing well,
the
doing well.
bay.
Hey, what the Faye? It's past my bedtime, and I'm
Yes.
on.
Well, today's Saturday. You don't have to.
Oh, that is
There's not
Saturday.
much to do tomorrow.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when you're pushing 60, it's still past my bedtime.
What the fake.
What the bay?
Oh,
And so we have a lot of people here stopping by tonight. Some of them, the people who stopped on previous nights. So it's great to see you all again. And we have Linda Fraser. Great seeing you. Thank you for stopping by again. We had the Lady Silver.
Lady Silva,
Mm-hmm. Just
Linda.
wanted to show support. Got a great reading yesterday. Don't leave chat. Ramon and Heather are amazing. Thank you very
Yes.
much. We have the amazing and beautiful
Hi, Megan.
Megas. Hey, Megas.
hi,
Great
Megan.
seeing you again.
Nice to meet you.
We have, and no show is complete if Miss Tarot D is not around. Hello,
Yes.
Miss Tarot D.
She's the
Great
topping
seeing
on the
you.
cake.
Yes, totally.
Little topping.
Yes, we have Lindsay. Great seeing
Hello,
you. We
Lindsay.
have Ocean GD.
Hi, Brendan.
Hello,
Here's my boo.
Brandon. Oh, that's Brandon.
That's Brendan.
That's the awesome Brandon. Great meeting you, Brandon.
He was
We
awesome.
have Joyful Journey, Jen.
Hey,
Hello.
Jimbo.
Joyful Jen.
Uh-huh. We have JR. Great seeing
Yes.
you, JR. And let's see. Yes, so we're caught up with the list. Um, so today is show number 3, and we will, like on previous shows, we're gonna be using the giveaway tool. So the question for tonight, I changed the question, and is what spiritual healing is necessary for us, like bones heal after being broken? And I don't know if you had the experience of breaking a bone sometime. I haven't. I never had. I always, when I was a kid, I wanted to have I wanted to have a cast, just because. Yes,
I know. We all
I wanted.
that.
Yes, I wanted to have glasses. I didn't start using glasses until recently, but I wanted to have glasses. I wanted to have braces. I wanted to have casts. I thought it was like cool, cool.
Wow.
Cool thing.
Yes, I
Rites
always
of
thought that it was like
passage. Yeah.
cool things that kids and teens had. I never had any of those.
I was
Um,
born with a broken ankle.
really?
Were you really, hon?
My mom fell down some stairs, I guess before, like later in the pregnancy. And yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
it just,
Mm.
I've
anyways,
never heard of that before.
I hadn't either, but it was real. I had to wear these metal brace brackets in between my feet. This was back in the 60s, so they did weird things to
Mm-hmm.
fix weird things. But anyway,
Wow, that's
let's move
interesting.
on.
I've had multiple
Yeah.
breaks.
It's only once I was on a ladder and I misstepped and my foot landed sideways and I had like a hairline fracture. And I was so excited. I was like, "Yes, this is the time to get a cast." And it never happened. They just put me a boot and that was it. But it,
Yeah.
it was extremely painful. And I have to say that after that,
Yes.
many years after, like my foot, like that side was never the same. It was really painful. And I think that's a parallel with life, right? Sometimes we
Mhm.
need a spiritual healing of situations, trauma, and and being honest, we are never the same after different traumas in our life, but there is the possibility of healing. We learn from it, we grow from it. It has a it makes a mark in our lives, but we heal and we move forward. So that's a parallel I wanted to draw between spiritual healing and bones.
There we go.
Would you
Yeah.
agree?
Hmm.
And I've said ad nauseum so many times why I love skeletons and skulls and stuff. Do you know, Heather? Do you want to? Are you able to by now tell why I love skeletons and skulls?
Well, Ramon likes skulls and skeletons because it basically reveals it's our basis of who we are. We can't discriminate because we all look the same when we're in our skeletal form. You can't tell what sex we are. Well, initially, what sex we are or what nationality. All we have are our bones, and the bones tell the story of our lives. Like if you got a broken bone or any sort of scar tissue, anything like that. Our skeletons and our bones. And and to Ramon, it's beautiful. So I try to keep it in a nutshell, but you're probably more eloquent and more, poetic
She just called you a
in your
nutshell.
delivery.
Yes, that's kind of what it is. That's for me. Skeletons. When you see a skeleton, you don't see gender, you don't see age, you don't see race, social status. Yeah, I see equality. Like everybody is the same, and that's what I like about it. So, anyone, if you're interested in reading, please type hashtag bones, and I will draw the giveaway tool, and we'll do a reading for you.
Cool.
All
Ramon,
right.
did you ever watch the show Bones? Did you like it? Because it
I
focuses on bones.
never. No, no,
Really?
actually don't. No, I never watched that show.
David Boreanaz and Emily Deschanel. Yeah, it was a great show, all based on bones.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's hashtag bones, not at bones, Miss Haroldy. Oh, she got it now. All right. Yes,
Yes,
I
because
never watched that. What is it about?
well, okay, in a nutshell,
In a
Hmm.
nutshell.
No,
It's
because I.
detective
you
work.
got you got
The
David
end.
Boreanaz, who's proved he is an FBI agent. You have Tempe. Well, her name's
Not bad to
Temperance.
look at either, by the way.
No, he's not.
Really?
And she is a boat expert. She's got like a PhD and all this and whatnot. She works for the Jeffersonian, which is actually supposed to be like the Smithsonian. And the show is actually based on a book series. And the name of the author, I believe, is actually the name of I keep getting confused with what the name is, but the woman wrote a book series and they turned it into the TV series and they solve crimes together using bones, using particulates. She's got a whole team that works with her and she can study bones and reconfigure and re-examine. I mean, it's really cool. It's basically a crime show, but it's based
Ramon,
on,
did you ever watch Buffy the
forensics.
Vampire Slayer?
I was never interested in watching it. I thought it was like so
You're fired.
over.
I'm with
Yeah,
you.
it
Oh,
was
yeah.
so
It
overexposed and over.
It ended
No,
up being, but the first
it
season
was
was
too
good.
much of a teen flick for me. I don't know.
Right.
It
You're like me. I don't
never.
like teen things, but I did like I was impressed by the special effects that normally don't happen on a series. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But
Yeah,
anyways, you
Yeah.
I like the
play games.
classical. I like the classical vampires. I like the Nosferatu. This is
Yes.
like the
Yeah.
the
I don't like the
really
gory.
original black and white. No, it wasn't gory.
No, I
This is
said I
from
don't
like
like the
from the.
gory kind of movies. I like the
Uh
scary
huh.
ones, but
You
not
would
the
like
Uh huh.
gory.
Nosferatu then, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna
Mrs.
be
Zero D
using.
loved
Bean at
Buffy.
the time.
Yep.
Really?
I have to say that
And Charmed.
that show is one of the first things that helped Kyle come out of his shell. And he would always go around going, and he'd go like this. I'm like, what are you doing? And I realized he was trying to turn into the vampire.
Ah, he was training for vampire. Love it.
Yeah, it was more of the Charmed. The Power of Three will
All
set us
right.
free. Like tonight, we
Mm,
got the Power of Three here.
yes. So we have a few entries. Let's do a draw.
Alrighty.
Who
And the
comes
winner
up?
is boom.
Miss
Miss
Haroldine.
Harody!
Oh my God.
What
That's
look at
awesome.
me.
What the Fae?
I'm reading her the comment. It helped her come
Miss
out of
Ginger
the closet, but not the shell. Love it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. So, what are we using? First of all, let's start with that. I'm using a different deck than I've been using the last 2 nights. Tonight, I'm going to be using. Let me put myself on. No, not that big. I'm going to be using the Bones Arcana, and this is one of my early
Ooh.
skeleton decks that I purchased. Is from Junaid Mortimer. He's a very talented British artist. I love this deck because it's very similar to the Rider Waite, but in a different style, and it's just black, white, and red. So it's really beautiful. So I'm gonna be using that. I'm gonna be using the Maléfique Lenormand.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Love
it's beautiful. This is by an artist called Needman.
Yeah, I
The
have
GSI.
the tarot Noirs from him.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. And I will be using, because I have to use different divination tools at once, using the Earth and Bone Oracle.
Okay.
Beautiful deck. Hmm. And this is by Syrian Shadow. Yep. What are you using, ladies? Let's start with Ginger Faye.
Me? Okay. So I'm gonna use. I have 2 indie decks, and I may or may not use. I may or may not use Santa Muerte because everybody uses that. So I don't know if I'll use it. I might use it. And then I have the Curio Tarot. All bones in that one. And then this other one is. It's a horror type. I've never used it, and I thought it was too creepy. But when you started asking about bones and stuff, I think I could use it tonight. And it's not named. It's not named. The deck with no name. I call it the tarot. But I don't know. We'll see if it works tonight. We'll
All
see.
right. And we have Rosie here. Hello, Rosie.
Hey, Rossi.
Hey,
We're doing
Rosie.
reading tonight. So if you like the reading, type #bones, and we'll pick up randomly. And I have to comment on the background that we're seeing, Ginger.
Mhm.
For people who don't know,
Oh, you got me.
what is that beautiful site that we have?
Well, you can see I'm not Ginger Faye tonight. I'm Gothic Faye.
Gothic
This
Fae.
is
Oh,
my Curiosities and Oddities collection. Part of the
Very cool.
prayers in my way. But this is all my Gothic style and surrealistic style decks behind me.
mm-hmm.
They deserve
Beautiful.
their
That
own.
their own area, and that's exactly what's opposite of what you see when Ginger is live, right? That's what you're looking towards when you're live, correct?
Exactly.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I love it.
And yes, I love it too.
And I
And
purposed the
mm,
desk. The desk was given to me. It was a slanted writing desk. I can't speak.
mhm.
And I reconstructed it and add crown molding to it and found a perfect stain, and it makes the perfect display.
It looks beautiful.
Thank
Looks
you.
beautiful. And Heather, what are you using tonight?
I am using the Ethereal tarot again because I don't have a lot of decks with a lot of skulls in it, but I do have the Ethereal, which has plenty. I have my Lunatic Lenormand, and I also pulled out my Mysticaya Moon Tarot in the event of starting to call to me. And of course, I have my Hush Tarot, which has skulls and death and nature and all that good stuff in it. So
That's
pretty
nice.
much what I've been using.
All right. So let's do our first reading for Miss Tarot D. If you ladies are ready, whoever's
I'm
ready
already
can
got cards for
start.
Miss Tarot D.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still pulling, so let's start with Heather then.
Let's start with Heather.
Miss Heather.
Miss Tarot D. Oh, I always get so nervous when I read for Miss Tarot D because she's such an incredible reader. So it's just like, so my dear, the first card I got for you is the Ace of Swords. So the question being, what spiritual healing is necessary? And with the Ace of Swords, for me, looking at the others, is new ways of thinking about the healing process, new ideas, ways to communicate your needs for your healing process, communicating your needs to your loved ones, to professional, but also spiritually to yourself. Really sitting down and saying, okay, I need to communicate what spiritually I can do. What is it that I can do with what I have from where I am now to keep that spiritual connection to my guides, to my abilities. Um, I don't want to say the word relevant, but still a part of the fabric of who you are. Um, and the next card I got makes a lot of sense because looking up next is the Three of Swords. We know that there is a lot of heartbreak and a lot of pain and that you have to go through, on a daily basis. But with that Ace of Swords, this is helping you navigate, when we some days when we get down and it's so hard to sometimes even think straight or even really, be able to communicate what it is that we need. But when we're connected spiritually, um, we're able to help ease and remove maybe some of those swords, but still keeping that beautiful heart. I just love how the heart still plays a role because even though the swords are in there, that heart um, is still intact. It's still full, and there's still two people. And for me, I feel like in this card, Miss Tarot D, is kind of like you looking at yourself, your spiritual self, your higher self, and having that deep communication. And the next card I have is beautiful when we were able to move through that pain spiritually. There's still these beautiful stars. You still have these beautiful goals that you want to do with your channel, and spiritually, and the things that you do in your private life, where you help people, and when you reach out to us to make sure that we're okay. So it's that beautiful guiding star. You are our guiding star in our community. Like we look up to the stars and make a wish. I feel like a lot of us can look up to you and say, look at that strength, with that Ace of Swords, standing strong in your truth of who you are, despite the pain, and still being able to strive for your dreams moving forward. And the underlying energy from that deck is the High Priestess, and so the overall energy is keeping in contact with that your higher inner priestess, that intuitive, that psychic connection, knowing when to take a break, knowing when you need to listen to the needs of your spiritual needs, and not just the spiritual needs of others, but being able to take care of that as well with yourself. And I just pulled a couple of cards from the Lunatic Lenormand, and I got the beautiful bouquet, which is all about abundance. No, actually, no, this is actually the clover, excuse me. In the Lunatic Lenormand, this is the clover. So it's about success, good luck, health. Um, and again, like we are just mentioning the stars, here's the beautiful, stars. So you got the stars in the tarot and you got the stars in the Lenormand, keeping that course, but that map, the guiding you, staying true to your course, um, with what you want to do, not losing hope. And the last card is the Mountain. I know that sometimes there are days when it's hard, things are a little rough, and got the little gargoyle there, but that gargoyles are there to protect. They're there to, scare away anything that's negative or dark that may come within our thoughts or within spiritually in our energy field. So struggles, but you're protected, you're strong, you're an inspiration, and that's where I'll end with my readings, Miss Tarot.
That was beautiful. Miss Ginger Faye, would you like to go now?
Sure. I'm going to pull one more card because I realized I have another deck that has skulls in it. So let me just pull one more
Hi,
card. Real
Kristen
quick.
Louise.
And this is Madame Wilhelmina's Macabre and the Monsters, the Macabre, and Autumn. And Autumn. You know, that kept popped out twice, so I'm going to use that one. All right. All right, lovely. Let me see. All right, the first card I pulled for you, Ms. D. Oh, first of all, everybody, Taraboo just had to say hello.
Oh, Taraboo.
Taraboo's with us tonight. Okay. Taraboo for you, Miss D. All right. Of all things, I pull skeletal decks, and the first cards that came out have no skeletons in them. But anyway, so this is the Ace of Coins, Pentacles, Pentacles, as some people say. So for me, this card, and especially in this question, is about creating a healing sanctuary, even if it's in your home. So important to have a healing sacred space and a space where you can go and just be one with spirit, one with the earth, one with the source energy. And we have the full moon coming up, and there's a full moon in this picture. So it could be a call to do a healing ritual for yourself around the full moon. Yeah, so this to me also the gift of healing. So you have healing angels working working very hard for you and wanting you to heal soon. It also, this Ace of Pentacles, using earthly resources if you can. Of course, I'm not a doctor and I can't prescribe anything for you, but I'm sure you've tried holistic healing, but energy healing from the earth is what I'm getting on that card. And then I have this beautiful Ace of Cups. What is that? There's a weird thing happening on this. Do you see it? There's like a floaty thing that keeps moving. This card is not holographic. Anyway, for me, this card for you is another gift from the universe. This Ace of Cups for me, when I first learned how to read tarot, was a spiritual awakening card. And this particular one makes me feel that there's some ancestral awakening that will be happening for you. Ancestral knowledge, ancestral healing, ancestral wisdom. This is coming down deep from Gaia to you. Sorry, this is a new deck. I'm just like this is cool like deck. The Holy Grail. This is an ancient cup with ancient wisdom. So I don't know if you need something about looking up ancient magics or would you say this? Today my husband built me a new bookshelf for my witchy thing, and I felt very sacred putting everything. Oh, wonderful. And you need a chalice of some sort for sure. You need a chalice in that healing space. And then I got 7 of Cups here. Let's see. Okay, so maybe along with your regular treatments, maybe you're going to find other ways of healing spiritually that will help you heal physically. This person's putting a lot of thought. There's a lot of, even though these are cups, there's a lot of ideas, a lot of things that will be offered to you through spirit, I believe. Especially if you get that healing sanctuary going. So there we go. There's my nutshell.
That was beautiful.
Oh,
all right. It's my
nutshell readings.
That was beautiful. All right. So I pulled 3 cards originally for you, but 4 came out. So what's what type of healing do you need? What spiritual healing is necessary for you to move forward, to heal, just like broken bones heal, right? And the first card I got for you is the Chariot. Look how beautiful that card is,
Hmm.
right? And as we know, the Chariot, the message here for you to be able to heal, to move forward is precisely this. It's one of determination, always having willpower, always feeling in control, feeling that you are always on assertion, right? And more than anything, that you are victorious, right? So it's that invitation, that's that encouragement to always move forward. There's nothing that can heal us better than just to propel ourselves and go ahead, right? Not being stuck in the past, our negative thoughts, being pity of ourselves. No. So for you, the healing is always that, and I feel that's how you are in your personal life as a beautiful human being that you are. You're always looking to look ahead and go forward, and that's confirmed to me with this card. Second card I got for you, and it's very interesting because it's not a Lenormand card; it's an Oracle card, but it's kind of similar in the theme here, and it's the Rider.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
yeah, on this Oracle card, the Rider talks about movement, progress, quick decisions, and again, it's very similar to the message here, right? It's always being in motion, looking forward, making decisions always, right? That's what makes us feel alive, not being stuck on something, having options, and always going ahead, right? And it talks about progress. So the invitation here is to continue on progress. Third card I pull for you, and I'm going to show you these two cards together. They're from the same deck, but both popped up at the same time. And it's interesting because you were talking that your husband constructed you a bookshelf, and that's precisely one of the cards that I got, the book, right?
Ah, cool.
And in Lenormand, as we know, the book is about information, it's about knowledge, it's about being able to expand our mental capabilities and our emotional in the same way. And the second one is the heart, right? So, this could be that there is a lot of healing for you through, collecting new books, gaining more information, expanding your horizons. So the healing here is clear. It's always moving forward, being positive, having that desire always to grow, to know more, and always to be better every day. Always with positivity, with hope, and always looking forward. That's what I got for you, Miss Beautiful Tarot
Mhm.
Lee.
Oh, she said, "Wow" to your reading. Thank you, all three. You're welcome, Miss
Oh,
Tarot.
very welcome.
And Gypsy
Definitely.
Girl came in. Hello, Gypsy Girl.
Hi, Gypsy Girl. Great seeing you. Thank you for stopping by. All right, let's do a Miss Gypsy Girl. If you like a reading, it's hashtag bones. We're using the question, what spiritual healing is necessary for us, like bones heal after being broken, right? And the idea is that, you know, after we break our bones, it's a very painful process and it heals. It's most of the time it's never the same, but it's healed, right? And same thing in the emotional sense, in the spiritual sense. We go through trauma, we heal. We're never the same, but we go forward, and we learn from it, right? And there is healing. So let's pull. Let's do another
Spin that wheel.
random pick. Yeah.
This is fun. I've been using dice, like D&D dice, to
Uh huh.
choose. Linda.
Linda. Linda is our next person for a reading. Let's see. All right. I always knock on my decks between readings. It's something I've always done. Yeah,
I
just
have
sort of like to
mine
clear
on
the energy.
selenite plates, so that
Mhm.
clears their energy.
Hmm.
All right, Linda.
right, someone's ready. Let me know. And you can get started. If not, I'll get started. I'm ready.
After you, then.
All right. Let me put me in the big screen. So, Linda, I pulled 3 cards for you. The first card is Temperance. And Temperance is a card that talks to us about balance. It talks about patience, moderation, always being calm, and always seeking harmony. So the healing here, the message here that I get is that there is a need of finding moderation and balance in your life, right? Um, there's so many influences in our daily lives, right? External, internal, things are unexpected. Um, but we always have to find that center to be able to bring everything together. It's totally necessary. So the message here for healing, to be able to achieve clarity in your life, it's a necessity to find balance. The second card I got is the Lily, and the Lily is about it's a very feminine energy, but it's an energy also that talks about peace. So in conjunction with this, it's a necessity of finding balance, to be able to achieve that state of peace, of calmness that I feel that the cards are saying that you need in your life at this moment, right? So there's a necessity to be able to heal in that sense. And interestingly, the third card I pulled is an oracle card, and it's called Stoicism, and it talks about the same thing: peacefulness, right? Receptiveness, manifestation. So the message here is clear. It's a need to be able to find balance, um, to achieve that sense of peace. It's an invitation also of being receptive, right? Towards understanding the situations and trying to find the silver lining in it. And more than anything, manifestation. So manifest the healing that you want, the healing that you need, the things that you want to be able to stabilize everything in your life. That's what I have for you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Who's next?
I
Go
can
ahead,
go.
Who
Ginger.
wants to go next?
Yeah, I can
Ginger
go.
can go.
Ginger?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and this is for Linda, correct?
Mhm.
Lindsay.
Yes, Linda Fraser.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Hi, Linda. All right. So my first card for you, and I finally pulled a skeleton in here. Oh, I just thought of something funny. Okay, I'll tell you in a second. Okay. The first thing about what spiritual healing you need is to do a ritual or a meditation inviting, and you can call upon Archangel Michael for this, inviting your angels in to sever energetic cords that no longer serve you. With these energetic cords come are self-limiting beliefs throughout your life. So now is the time, especially with this full moon coming, which is in my next card even, is the time to sever these energetic cords that have been binding you. So there's my first one. Okay, so I'll tell you second moon. Okay. All right, so we got the moon card here. So like I said, this full moon is coming, I believe it's next week. And this reminds me of the hermit as well. So definitely going deep within yourself, going into a meditation, and you don't have to make it harder than it sounds. Just going out and sitting under the moonlight and just being one with all that energy. What I was laughing about earlier is because I was noticing in my moon card, what? This is so funny. There's haunting. I wonder. Oh, I know what these marks are. Okay, squirrel.
I think that's
Anyway, in this moon, okay, I always refer to the full moon as grandmother moon for my Native American heritage there. And but so I was looking for her, but in here I see this young. Oh, come on, focus right in here.
Oh, I
This
see
young
it.
girl. She's a young maiden, but she has a companion, and I'm trying to decipher cat or owl. So let me know if that means anything to you. But then I'm looking at her. It looks like she's got her hands up. Where's my little pointer thing? Looks like she's got her hands. There we go. Arms are above her head. And all of a sudden, I started hearing this song, the Wednesday Addams dance. You can dance, dance, dance. Anyway, she's got braids and pigtail like Wednesday Addams does in the new series or whatever. So I thought that was fun. So I thought maybe something to do with, first of all, you getting in touch with your inner child, but some reliving your youth in some way, shape, or form, or go out and dance, dance, dance. And then, all right, gentlemen, I have the world card, and I say gentlemen and ladies. This is the world card.
Oh, that's looks like San Sebastian, right? Almost like.
Okay, that could be. He's got an arrow in here, so wounds. So spiritual healing. We all carry our scars that have that spiritual tattoo on us. My tattoos here. The imprints, and again the energetic cords that have been binding us all these years. It's time to cut free from that. There's in doing so, you're finishing a journey and starting a new journey, and I think it's more spiritual. And yeah, so that's the world card. So he's carrying, what do they say? I carry my heart on my sleeve. He's carrying his scars on his sleeve. He's proud of these scars because that's what made him grow spiritually. And so be ready for a new journey, Linda. So that's what I have for you tonight.
I gotta find out
That
what
was
these decks you're
beautiful.
using tonight, Ginger. I love it,
Sorry?
especially those first
Yeah.
ones, those decks that you're using. I gotta find out what those are. Those are beautiful.
They're all indie decks. So
They're
And I
they
can't afford
beautiful.
ones
come
right
with a
now.
price.
I
But
love that last
I
card.
bet.
That.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Miss Heather, it's your turn.
Okay. Hi, Linda. I don't know if I read for you before, Linda. So I pulled from my my Hush and from my Lunatic Lenormand. I didn't get a lot of skulls, but it seems to be a consistent message here. So the first I used the Hush tarot, and the first card I got is the Seven of Swords, and this little starling here is carrying a basket away full of keys, and the Seven of Swords is about betrayal, deception, and for me, looking at your next card, it feels like this is time to give this starling all these keys that have keys to the wounds in your heart. And so it's like each of these keys fits into a wound in your heart or in your soul or in your spirit. Okay. And it's time for this beautiful little starling to get, to take that and let it fly away. He's taken it. You no longer need this. This is the past, to let it go. The next one I have is the Knight of Cups, and she is moving forward. So I feel this is you moving forward. You are tapping in emotionally stronger. You are healing that heart. The crow, is such a powerful bird. Let me just double check because I know he uses a lot of different. I always pull the book out for the Hush when I can because Jeremy is just incredible with what. So Jeremy doesn't mention which, but I'm pretty sure that this is like a crow or a raven, and they're
Yeah.
about magic. They're about trusting in your own inner magic, your own ability to manifest and direct your life. And sorry about the glare, but in this card, your actions are being guided by your heart. So make sure that those get left behind. The Starling takes them away, and you heal that beautiful heart that you have, this kindness, this compassion. Almost feels too like at a crossroads here, but now you're passing that, you're moving away from that. We're going towards the moon, and I know the moon, again, the raven. The moon is usually about, again, a little bit about things hidden, secrets being kept, but at the same time, the eyes looking up at the raven. And the raven, again, is the keeper of the mysteries of our magic. Not to be afraid to look into the shadows, to start working, to start healing. So I feel like, Linda, this is something that is possibly not recent, but in the past that you're still working on releasing. But you are moving forward. This is a positive message. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the Three of Cups. And so the Three of Cups is all about celebration. Usually three individuals coming together. With her here, it's about solidarity and friendship. So moving forward, leaving the betrayal and the deception behind, embracing your true heart, your true self. Of course, making sure you have those healthy boundaries up. Healthy boundaries are always so important. But knowing that by carrying forward, leaving that behind, you get to share with the world. And for you, spiritually developing, that'll help heal and help you grow spiritually. And just really quick, from the Lunatic Lenormand, I did get the mountain card again, which can be about obstacles, kind of at an impasse. And then I got the Gentleman card, followed by the Child card. And Linda, I'm feeling, for me personally, as I'm looking at this, I could be wrong. I'm looking at this feeling like there might be a gentleman in spirit, that, you may have had, had knocked some heads, so to speak. We're kind of like, at a headlock, or bumped heads, or might have been obstacles to that relationship, being a child. I pulled an extra card, and I did get the coffin, which is, the old fashioned funerary chariot, or whatever I can't think of a carriage, excuse me. And so I feel like this is carrying on, that this person is in spirit, but now from the spirit there's this beautiful gift of abundance and flowers, kind of like a token of love, of forgiveness, of celebration, and moving forward. And this you may not have even maybe bumped heads with this person. This could very well have been somebody looking over your shoulder. Actually, maybe that may be it more, because again, there's the little tiny little gargoyle at the top, and the gargoyles are our protectors. And so I feel like there's this male spirit, that was connected with you as a child. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. I was just like, I'll just let me know, Linda, if any of this, makes sense. And I'll just, your dad watching over you. Okay. So yeah.
Fun
still his
fact.
little
That's awesome.
girl. You're still his little baby. Yeah.
Fun fact, Jeremy Hush is a spelunker. I love it.
Oh, really? And I
He does
did get some
spelunking.
skulls. They're at the back of my cards, have skulls.
There you go.
So there.
I don't
And
remember. what the back is.
Enchanting Lunar said, "Hi Ginger, I posted my first video a little with you in my mind." And I just checked it, and it's
Yeah, because
related
we are
to
trying to get her some subscribers, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
have her on the
And
channel.
I just subscribed, and I posted the link to the channel.
Wonderful.
So everybody please follow Enchanted Lunar.
My
Let's
name is
support
Melly.
each other. Nelly, let's
Melly.
support Nelly. Melly with M.
Meli. Yeah.
Mhm.
Melly, great meeting you. I just followed your channel. I just subscribed. I'm saying follow. I just subscribed.
Thank you.
Heather, could you show me that deck that you just showed, the one with the raven and the eye? What deck is that?
Oh, that's the Hush Tarot. That's
I
the
love
Hush. And the moon card is the exact same, except it's the sun, and it's the raven opposite.
I
right
love
now.
it.
So
That's
that
beautiful.
looking into the shadows is not a scary thing. It's about tapping into
Mm-hmm.
your magic, your power, that void that we go into that contains all that power.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of strength right there in the shadow that you're working through, my friend.
Yes.
Yes, your dad's
Mm-hmm.
looking over you.
Mm,
I knew he
Maybe
would.
I'm
And
healing from a
Melly,
broken bone.
yeah, yeah, Melly. We have people who subscribe to your channel, like Gypsy Girl. She's
Yay! And
awesome.
Lindsay, wonderful.
Lindsay and Miss Tarot D. So
Yep.
welcome to the community. Let's help you grow. And we should have you one day on one of our channels,
Yes.
right?
I
All
got
right,
first dibs.
let's.
We've already discussed. No.
Oh, really? All right, we could share her. Let's
Arm
do
aside.
another draw.
If
Let's
we'd
do
already
another draw.
discussed.
Enchanting
Melly,
Lunar
hi.
Guidance. You get.
Love
I
it.
swear, I swear it's not rigged. It was random. You all saw it, so. Okie dokie.
All right.
So, what spiritual healing is necessary for you, Melly? Let's see what the cards say.
So, Melly, I am going to use my ethereal because I think you said you got that last week. I can't remember. I know one of my subscribers said, "Oh, I got the ethereal," and I think someone said they got the AI decks. The hardest to code. I can't keep track. We have so many wonderful chatters and subscribers. Oh, she got the classic horror oracle. Ah, okay. No, you can't come up here.
Is that Kitty? What does Kitty want?
Kitty wants up, but Kitty will make a mess.
Right. Anyone's ready?
I'm still
All right.
contemplating.
Yeah.
So
Contemplate.
was I, but I got something. So I'll start then.
Okay, and I'll go next.
Okay. All right, now Melly. So I pulled three cards for you, and the first card is the Nine of Wands. This is a beautiful card, and the Nine of Wands is a card that talks about persistence, hope, strength, and finding positivity through adversity. Right? And you see this person that's been carrying these wands, and gets to a point that it's like, all right, I got this far. What am I gonna do? I'm almost done. But it's sort of like hesitating a little bit, right? Nines is a number that it's an accumulation of a lot of things, and you're almost at the point of ending a cycle and starting another one. So the message here for healing is always to be persistent, always to be constant, always to be straightforward and clear with your goals, right? Consistency, it's the message here. And with through building things in your life through consistency, you always need to be keep in mind that there is hope, there's support from the divine realm, and the healing here is to always be constant with the things what you want. The second card I got for you is from Lenormand, and it's card number 9, which is the bouquet. And the bouquet talks about harmony, social gathering, positivity, a gift. And I feel this is kind of like related with your channel, right? This is an output for you to be able to share your spiritual gifts, to share your voice, which is important to the community, and an opportunity to be able to network with other people. So I feel that, the message here, now thinking about it, connecting these two, is an invitation. It's saying that there is an opportunity for you to find healing, to find strength, to find understanding in the community with this new project that you have. But what it's saying is always be constant, right? Go ahead. I know lifting up a channel and getting connected with people in the community, it takes a while. There's a lot of effort to put into it, but at the end, it's very rewarding. And I can tell from personal experience, I find a lot of healing connecting with other people. I learn from them, and that helps grow my spiritual practice. So it's a message of encouragement. And the third card I pulled from the Oracle is called Meadow. And love this card. Look how beautiful it is. And it talks about success, blessings, and positivity. So, again, this journey that you're taking is one that is going to be successful. It's blessed by the universe, by your spiritual guides. But what's important here, and the last word there, is always be positive. Always approach everything with positivity. We're here to support you. We're here to guide you if needed, but always keep a positive mind, and you'll see how much you will grow. You'll help other people grow, and more than anything, share those beautiful spiritual gifts that I feel you have. That's what I got for you.
Beautiful.
Nice.
All right. Who wants to be next?
I
Rock,
can go.
paper, scissors.
Yeah, I can go. I'll go.
Huh. All right.
She got the Nine of Wands reversed yesterday, but yes, she does see herself in that card. And yes, it was rewarding. And I
Mhm.
love sending light to others.
Well,
Blessings.
that's interesting.
All are one of my blessings.
So it's the same energy up and down, like
Mhm.
us in life,
Yeah. So, all right, here
All
we
right.
go. Okay. All right. What
Ooh.
spiritual healing is needed for you? This is Queen of Cups. And I like to say that the queens are all about setting up their sacred space. So making sure what's going to be spiritually healing for you is setting up an area, whether it's inside or out, for you to feel like the queen, like the priestess. In her cup, let me look at this real quick. This is interesting. So there's a lot of energy coming from this cup here. And it's almost like there's a spiritual, I don't know, another spiritual energy coming from this cup. So I don't know if you have an altar or if you just have a special cup that you like to use. And whatever this cup is to you, and this could just be emotional, it doesn't even have to be a physical cup. Putting your blessings into that cup, putting healing energy into that cup. And as you drink out of it, just feel this beautiful healing energy running through your body. What's interesting in this image, this is not meant to be in the image, but I see a unicorn. So this is another way of universe saying magic is your birthright. So I believe that, and if I'm going to put this into starting your channel, you own it. Own that energy of being the queen, being confident, stepping forward with whatever you do with confidence and grace. Let's see, anything else in here? Just you, be authentically you. And what that is love and light emanating. It's all in this picture. So I'm curious though. Okay, so I've got a couple of challenges here. And in its cup, so emotional challenges that seem to be kind of deep rooted. So maybe you as well, if you came in late, but I was talking about energetic cord cutting. But I also wonder if someone who has passed away, either you're mourning them or they have this energetic cord connected to you that needs to be severed. So take that as it may resonate with you. But for spiritual healing, I've got the Six of Cups, and this is also why I was wondering if someone from your past who's passed over, if you feel connected to somebody. So I feel like this is two different people, or you're mourning this person. But this beautiful Six of Cups is okay. Yeah, someone with nostalgic energy that makes you happy is just wanting to send you the most beautiful blessings. And what else? What else here? Just, I don't know. I see a male figure too. But anyway, I think that's all I have for you. That can't be. Let me pull one more card. There's another.
She said she sees the unicorn too, Ginger. She put a comment in.
Yeah.
So she did see the unicorn
So,
too.
main message here is for you to cut any energetic cords that are you feel are holding you back. Yes, because you're supposed to move forward to your higher purpose, towards your higher purpose, and leaving all those whatever these energetic cords, you know what they are and who they're connected to. So it's time to cut these cords because you have a purpose. You have a spiritual purpose, and it is time. It is time to move forward in that journey. So that's what I have for you, sweetie.
And she says she is.
That was beautiful.
Yeah,
Mm.
sorry. Hi, Terry Ramon. But she says, I am mourning the loss of someone living, but it almost feels as if they've passed. And she says, I need to cut the end. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was spot on.
Wow.
Ooh,
That's powerful.
Tingle, tingle.
Tingle, tingle.
Yeah, I'm getting
Melly,
goosebumps.
I pulled from the ethereal. And so this is interesting. So I'm going to start, because I've been noticing when I do readings, I get focused on sometimes to one card and then I work around it. So I did get the Emperor. So the Emperor is about setting boundaries. I like what, let me share here what Vixen wrote. He says, guiding with a firm hand, implanting discipline, setting rules and boundaries. So I feel like this kind of goes into what Ginger was saying about having to cut cords and what you shared in there. There's definitely a need for you to set boundaries, be firm in them, show by example, lead by example. The first card that went along with that is the Two of Pentacles, which feels like this is because Pentacles is part of the spiritual realm as well. So if we're looking at this as a spiritual healing, kind of juggling, because sometimes our spirituality suffers because we're juggling life, we're juggling finances, we're juggling, our relationships, but just really trying to get a more of a firm, grounded stance with your spirituality. It could be fluid, bouncing back and forth, but it's just making sure that the imbalance doesn't knock you off your feet or knock you off your balance. I had and also ended the reading, but I put them together. I got the Two of Swords. So there was this decision that needed to be made. So for me, this feels like it goes right along with the Emperor card. Having to balance and juggle, but now it's time to focus on you. Decisions had to be made, and it sounds like you already made them in regards to um, having to do boundaries, cutting cords or standing in your truth, in your belief, and moving forward. And I also got the Six of Pentacles, which is like charity, wanting to give and take, but make sure that it just feels like whatever this wasn't a fair or even give and take. It was more of you giving and them taking. So I think those three cards all work together about the decision why you had to make that decision. You had to, get grounded and stay into that energy of the Emperor and get balanced, stop juggling the things that matter to you and make them your priority. And then it was perfectly right into I got the Ace of Swords because now this is opening you up to new ideas. I just wanted a clarifier for that. And I got the Three of Wands. So this Three of Wands is something now that it's about expansion. It's like this idea now that you've had going forward, wanting to move forward. And it's just beautiful too. It almost feels like kind of like Excalibur. You're reaching out and taking your power back. You're connecting and communicating with your higher self, your power, your connection to the divine. And that all started with the Three of Wands when you wanted to get motivated, take that energy, and now you're moving forward with it. And the last card, Melly, is really beautiful. I got the World card, and I just wanted to look here with Vixen. People are saying, "Who's Vixen?" Vixen's the one that created the deck. And again, it's about completion, integration. So I like that, the integration and accomplishment. So taking everything of letting go, focusing on yourself, and that now integrating all your lessons learned and moving into this beautiful completion, the cycle. Moving forward to that beautiful world tree, your spirituality, the healing. Sometimes the trees make me think of family trees as well, our ancestry. So spiritually, maybe connecting with loved ones, connecting with those that serve that serve you on a higher level, a higher purpose. They want to raise you up, not pull you down. And that beautiful grounding between heaven and earth and being centered here on the earth. So that's what I have for you, Melly. I hope that resonated.
Yes, it did. She made a couple of comments,
Okay.
one of them, yes, boundaries. It's what I've been doing and trying to keep setting. It's difficult at times. I juggle all day, every day, too. There's a lot of indecision in my life with a controlling emperor type. Yeah.
Well, you
So,
take that energy back and you become that emperor and you set the boundaries and you set the rules
mm-hmm,
and you stand in your power, sweetheart.
mm-hmm. Yes. You are your own emperor and your empress at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Ginger, was that a porcupine quill that you were using as a pointer? It is. That's a porcupine quill.
Wow.
That's amazing. You know, porcupines are spiritually they're a symbol of wisdom, wisdom and foresight as well. They could be intimidating, but they're very sweet animals. So it's about being sharp. I like that. Are you muted,
Yeah.
Ginger?
Of course I am.
Join the
I
club.
saw
Go
the
nuts
lips
last
moving.
night.
I'm practicing to be a mime.
All right. We are at 1 hour and 6 minutes. We can do a couple more readings, right?
Sure.
All right. Let's draw another person.
Hi,
Let's see
Joanne.
what we get.
Sure.
Joyful
Jen.
Journey, Jen. Are you here, Jen? Please let us know if you're here.
She might be lurking. I haven't seen her in chat for a little bit. Jenfo, are you lurking? She hasn't been in chat in a long time.
No. All right.
don't
Let's
see her
draw
anymore.
another. Okay. All right. Let's pull someone else then.
I had a
Rossi.
feeling.
Are you here, Rossi?
She was here.
I think she is. Let's see her.
Yes,
Yay.
Rossi's here. All right.
All right. Ooh.
I'm all set.
All right. Who said me? Ginger?
I was all set. Or Ginger, if
Okay.
you're ready, you can go if you want, hon.
Heather was all set.
Okay, let's start with Heather.
Okay, Rosanna, honey, I got the King of Swords. I'm using the Jeremy Hush, and I just want to show the backs of these cards. These are really cool. You can see his skulls and the way he had. I just love the backs of these cards, so I just wanted to share that. And there is an animal skull in here. I love animal skulls. So this is the pheasant, and the kings are all about being of sound. This is what's coming out for this reading of sound, mind, and body. They know how to mentally communicate their thoughts. Sometimes the thoughts are more thought over heart in this situation with this reading, but they know very well how to articulate and know how to dictate, or not to say dictate, but they know how to rule. They're very grounded in their ability to communicate effectively. And I feel like this is for you spiritually. This is where you are at, because the next card I have is the Ten of Pentacles. And I love that she's sitting on a bridge and there's these beautiful flowers blossoming. It's kind of hard with the light, these beautiful pink blossoms. And she's looking over from her bridge at everything blossoming right under her feet. Everything is growing under her guidance, under her rulership. Um, Spiritually, moving forward now, I did get this is interesting. I think I got this last night. I got the four of no, this is a little bit different. I got the Four of Pentacles, and here's the crow, and the crow is sitting on a rib cage. This is a skeletal rib cage right here, and it's standing on the remnants of the past. Um, and typically, it's good for people. It's almost kind of like a hoarding card, but I feel like in this sense is that you are keeping your spiritual knowledge to yourself, your spiritual practices to yourself. Because sometimes it's good to hold, it's good to know when to hold them and when to fold them, you know. Without too much going into Kenny Rogers on. But the crow is about magic, connection to spirit, and just making sure that you're not resting on the bones of the past and what knowledge you have, that you don't necessarily hoard it to yourself, or you keep it to yourself. I'm going to look at the next cup here because I did get the cup of nostalgia. I did get the six of cups, these cute little hairs here in the cups, and one of the cups is tipped over. So I think right now, what this is spiritually, um, there is the past, and you're feeling nostalgic about your spiritual path. But with this present moment, I'm seeing more again the pentacles here being more of a proactive, like holding yourself, because there are a lot of times when you don't want to tell people too much about sharing, because not everybody understands another person's spirituality, another person's point of view, or a person's plans, and sometimes a negative response from them can, um I don't want to say the word disintegrate, but it can wreak havoc on um our spiritual energy that we're trying to put out there, what we're trying to manifest. So just being aware of what you are holding on to from the past, or hoarding from the past, or keeping to yourself. That's a safety. And just really quick with the lunatic Lenormand, I got the female card. I'm feeling like this is you. We have the mountain and the birdcage. Well, we got the mountain with the birdcage, but for me, this feels like these whatever boundaries or obstacles that you've been experiencing. It's you're rising above them. You're letting them out of the cage. You're letting that. It's kind of like the nine of swords. You're letting go. You're stepping out from your cage. You're opening your wings and you're learning to fly. You are flying forward. There may have been a little bit of confusion. There's some clouds maybe in the way. You're not quite sure where to go, but just know that with the dog, that's all about loyalty. It's about trustworthiness. So again, on the spiritual path, sharing what your spiritual journey with those who will help hold you, empower you, and embrace you on your journey, and not detract from you and hold you back, or try to sway you, or put negative thoughts into your head. And I know that was a little long winded. I'm sorry, but I'm all set.
Right. That was beautiful. Miss Ginger Faye.
That's me. Okay, two cards came out together in this particular deck. So I think it's the universe acknowledging the challenges you've gone through, challenges that take a mental toll on you. And their advice to you here is to remember who you are, the strength that you have within you. You yourself are able to pull the strength to let's say be triumphant over these opposing forces that may be around you. You're a very strong individual, and I don't think you give yourself enough credit for it. um ooh, oh, oh. Yeah, okay. And let's see, I get a very, but okay, so there's a lot of Egyptian, there is anyways in uh, uh, the chariot card anyways, but I'm also getting kind of like the Arabian Nights. This skeletal guy is giving me Arabian Nights vibration, so I don't know what that might mean to you, but there's that. Okay, then I have this. I'm going to call it a nightingale. I have no idea what it is. Okay, so there's this beautiful picture. What I'm getting in, okay, so Six of Pentacles is, all about the equal exchange of energy. And what I'm seeing in this picture is this, I'm going to call it a nightingale because I don't know, it feels nightingale to me. Has a piece of dead wood in its grasp. And so dead wood, if you're carrying around dead wood, drop it. There's a lot of new growth behind this image here, and that's the equal exchange of energy. It's almost like the universe who acknowledges your challenges in life and will now be rewarding you. I've had several past lives in oh, that's cool. So this to me is just saying that there's going to be an equal exchange for you. All the hard work you've been doing and putting in and the challenges that you've had, you will soon be rewarded with new growth, new vitality. It's funny. This just reminds me, it kind of looks like, oh, I won't say it. Anyway, okay, so also there's this, it's like a compass to me. I feel like this. So trust your inner compass, trust in the divine guidance that you need to, if you're not already, be open and receptive to this divine guidance and trust in the journey and trust that you will just have some easier times coming towards you. My last card for you, Emperor Energy. So needing to heal spiritually. Again, you have planted seeds throughout your life and you may have forgotten about them. And then you're going to be surprised that they're starting to grow and blossom. And I really feel, because there's a lot of teeth, these are all tiny skulls here. This emperor, very wise emperor, because throughout time, throughout his family lineage, he's gained such wisdom. I'm going to go back to this Chariot card here. Such wisdom that's going to help you move forward on your path. Let's see. I don't know. It's like, it's almost reminding me of the oak hydrangeas. I'm getting a feeling where the as the season ends, it looks like it died, and then the next season comes, spring comes, and life just comes out of all this dead wood. So be patient, my darling, and good things are coming your way. And I think you're going to just have a lot of ancestral help there too. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. So it's interesting because you were talking about dropping, dead wood. There's a message of change in the cards that I got too. So the first card I pulled is the Death card. And as we know, the Death card is one that talks about the need for change, transformation, rebirth, moving on from things that no longer serve you and cutting off, right? But what I get here is that you will find healing through accepting transformation, accepting change, letting go of things that, they just take space in your energetic realm, right? So it's that necessity of cutting off what doesn't serve you and welcoming new things, right? Closing the loop in a lot of things in your life and opening yourself to new things to come. Second card I got, and it's very similar to the message from the first one, is from Lenormand, and it's card number 3, which is the Ship. Look how beautiful that card is. And this is about transition. It's about a journey. It's about finding courage. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical journey. It might be a need for, a trip to clear your mind, but I feel it's more of a spiritual journey, a transition, right? Um, a lot of there's an association with the ship to Jupiter, and Jupiter is a planet that invites exactly that. It's a planet of expansion, of growth. So there is a need to grow to grow in your space towards something new, right? Uh, Breaking your boundaries and accept transformation and change. And the third card I pulled for you, kind of similar too with the message here, and it's card number 3, and it's
Ooh.
titled Trinity. But the message here is balancing decisions, priorities. But look at that last one, is adapting to change, is accepting change, not fearing change, but understanding that change is part of our growth, right? We're always going through cycles. So whatever is it that's holding you, that it's confusing you, that it's impeding your growth, just cut it off your life and don't be fearful of change. Welcome everything that's new, because with it brings growth and an understanding of how big your capabilities are. That's what I got for you.
Beautiful.
Nice.
All
Yeah,
right. So
Rocky,
we
sometimes you do have that deep feeling inside you. Change is coming, so embrace it.
mm-hmm, totally. And Ginger Faye, I have to say, I'm loving that background. I
Ah,
mean, I
Hmm.
am totally loving it. You should use it always.
Yeah, it's
That
really
should be
cool.
like your, yes, like your, and with the bookshelf on the other side, like it really gives like a, s-
well, yeah,
a great
dark and
vibe.
light, right?
I do miss your
Uh-huh.
wings, though. I do miss
What I
your
think I
wings. I
might have
really
to do is rearrange this room because um, I sit on the other side because it faces beautiful trees, oak trees. If I sit on this side, I look at a neighbor out the window. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I've always had it the other way. But maybe I'll just need to change the position of everything. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So we are at 1 hour and 24 minutes. Let's do one more reading and call it a night. Okay?
Okay.
right.
Are we good? All
Mm-hmm.
right. So let's
But we're
do
not
our
going past midnight. I was ready.
After
well,
midnight.
we could do a oh, what's it called? I haven't
The
done it in such a
collective
long time.
after.
A insomnia tarot show.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway,
Spin that wheel.
let's see who's the next person. Our
Millie,
next
I was
and last
thinking about it.
person.
Fairy Force, yeah.
Rhoda.
Rhoda!
Rhoda. Are you here, Rhoda? Please let us know if you're still here.
Yep. Well, she was here at 10:47. She was here 10 minutes ago, so I think she's still.
Hmm.
Whoops. Rhoda.
Rhoda. Rhoda 1. Rhoda 2. And Rhoda 3. I guess
Oh,
Rhoda's not here. All right. Let's do one more
spin that
drawing.
wheel again.
I think there's only the options that are not that many.
And
Ange.
Yay, Ange.
I was like, Ange. All right. We got Ange. So let's do a reading for Ange. Ange, are you here? Or are you getting another pizza like last night?
I know. All I could think about was pizza.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, Ange.
Ange, are you around? Ange, 1.
Oh, yep,
Ange. Oh,
she's
yeah.
here.
Ange is here.
I
All
was
right.
just
No
gonna
pizza
say.
tonight?
She's probably going to grab a slice out of the fridge from the leftovers. That would be me.
Oh, I love leftover pizzas, especially in the
Me
morning.
too. Cold out of the fridge.
Uh-huh.
Good night, Gypsy girl. Thank you. Thank you for
Good
being
night,
here.
Gypsy. Hmm.
Ooh.
I'm
Hmm.
all set, Ramon.
Okay, let's get you started.
So, Ange, something interesting here. The first card I got for you is the child card. And of course, I automatically think, maybe it's inner child, or I know you're a mama. I know the kids are a lot bigger than this, but I'm feeling like this is more inner child. Um, their inner child or memories of childhood past. I pulled a clarifier for that, and I did get the tower um, with the gargoyle on it. And the tower, again, I think I've gotten a reading for you before where I had gotten the tower card, and it was about rebuild, things that have been rebuilt. In the Lenormand, the towers are about places of, or like institutions, for, learning, government, education, libraries, things like that. They're like public buildings or established institutions. But with the tower here, it just feels like your inner child feels like it's been kind of trapped in this tower, not let out to play, to because when we were younger, we all know how deeply connected we were to the spiritual world, and that we could see things, and our imaginations allowed us to have um, more abilities. And as we get older, we shut them down. It just feels like this inner child, um, has been locked up away too long, Ange, and is feeling, like that isolation, and there's that protection that's been put around this child, um, but yet still feeling like your inner child is just was like, God, I want to be let out. I want to explore. I want to learn. I want to play. And I got the ship card, and the pirate ship, but no, the ship about taking, the ships are about travel and moving forward, but it's also about taking control. So it feels like this inner child wants you to kind of like, maybe, yes, I'm trying to figure out how to put this, Ange. The inner child wants you to let loose a little bit. You need to have control of the ship for the guidance and the direction and the moving forward. I know it's, this child's probably very excited because I did get a rebirth card for you at the very end, but it's just like, okay, children, your inner child moving possibly away from home as you're getting older. Now you're finding more where um, you're very home and hearth, but now that inner child's like, okay, this is like our time. What can we do spiritually to reawaken ourselves? And there was, in this one here with the clouds, there's a building over it, and of course this typically kind of looks like a church, but for me it's just like a sanctuary, a spiritual sanctuary. I don't know if you want to create a sanctuary for yourself, a spiritual place. Um, Not sure how, but with these clouds here, they're a little bit lighter. They're above. So I think there's, I don't know, I'm not saying there's confusion, but it's not knowable yet, but you feel like you're being drawn to some sort of sanctuary, creating something for yourself. And when you do, Ange, a beautiful rebirth card. And of course, the little skull, the little death skull on the moth. But this is all going to be about a rebirth, but letting that inner child out, letting her out of the tower now, so she can explore, past the house, or and to create maybe a sanctuary, a spiritual place, or creating that sanctuary within your home, creating that space for yourself, and just being able to allow that rebirth to happen naturally. So that's what I have for you, my dear.
That's amazing. It's fantastic because that is very similar to the message that I got. And I'm gonna go because I want to connect with that. I pulled three cards for you, and the first card I pulled, it's actually a Lenormand card, and it's also the Tower. And
Oh,
the
wow.
yes, and the messages that I got through the three cards is very similar to what Heather was saying. But in this case, the tower, I have other interpretations for it. For me, the tower is about separation, isolation. It's about delimitation. It's about that wall or that boundary that we put ourselves in, right? So the message here is to free yourself from that wall, that limitation that it is you who's putting it up, right? So it's an invitation to try to free yourself. That inner child that she was mentioning, let it free, let your creativity free, manifesting. And why do I say that? Because the second card I got is precisely that. Is the magician. And we know the magician is a card about being empowered, being able to manifest what is it that you want. It's that creativity, It's like with kids, right? With child, they're very free in their mind. For them, anything is possible, and you have to assume that spirit as well. Like with the magician, anything is possible. There's no limits. So you have to free yourself from that limitation and understand that you are capable spiritually, emotionally, in the physical realm of anything that you want. You're a person that's very gifted. The third card I pulled, and it's very similar to the magician, is the conjurer. And this card talks about your higher self, fertility, creativity. And it's not necessarily fertility in the physical sense, it's fertility like that energy of the Empress, right? It's abundance, it's creativity. And the same word says here, it's being creative. So the message here is to turn destroy that wall that is limiting you, right? Get yourself out of that tower and free yourself for all the capable things that you can do. And it all comes down to positivity, believing in yourself, and you definitely have no limits when you really want something. So that's the message for you. Free yourself, free that inner child, get out of the tower and run into the world.
Love that.
That's what I
She
got for you.
says, yes, allowing my light to shine more and being less guarded. I'm stepping into more of my own power. The magician. Beautiful,
There
Ange.
you go. Definitely. So Ginger, what do we got?
Well, we're going to talk about spiritual journeying here. The more I was looking at this card, so it's the Knight of Pentacles, but okay, it doesn't look as much through this lens as when I was looking at it through my lenses. Horses represent freedom. And the way I was looking at this horse, it was like a spirit horse, that it wasn't physical. And so that's all about your spiritual freedom. But what I thought was really interesting is, as we're getting here into October, the veil is thinning more and more. And I feel like with your spiritual journey, this thinning veil this year is going to be unique. I feel like it's not just your spirit team coming through. I feel like that you have an otherworldly visitor trying to come through, wanting to help you along your spiritual journey. As we know, the Knight of Pentacles is one of the knights that move slowly, meticulously. So you've been planning out your spiritual journey all this time, and now it's time to move forward with it, because I now have the Knight of Wands. And what is interesting about this is he looks like he's stepping through a portal. So I feel like with the veil thinning, a new portal, a spiritual portal, if you will, is opening up for you, and for you to charge forward with this. It's time. You've done your meticulous learning and meditating, and just the spiritual journey has brought you to a space where it's time to move forward. And this Knight of Wands, moving forward with your passions, what you're passionate about, your creativity, your fire within. Now is the time, during this thinning of the veil here. I really see this interesting. I'll put these two together. There's a portal opening near you, or it's within you, one or the other. I'm getting goosebumps. Wow, I'm getting goosebumps. Okay, so I have the moon card, but look at her. She's very empressy. What's that? The theme of veils and portals, limo space thresholds have been very present in a huge part of the work I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Well, this is the time. This is like your queen of the moon, queen of the. This is very. It's almost a blend of the Empress and the, because of the moon energy, I'll say High Priestess as well. It's time to take off that mask and show your true self, be your true self, but owning it and walking through this journey with beauty and grace and confidence. This full moon that's coming up next week seems to be a very probably marking that pivotal point for you with these portal veil, whichever you choose. What is she wearing? They almost look like Dalmatian skin. Never mind. But anyways, this is about you embodying that, we'll call it that divine feminine energy that's within you, that you've been working on spiritually for these years. And it's definitely going to be your time to shine, come out, and ever so gracefully. So yeah, and just something about this full moon I think is going to be a very pivotal. Now I'm going to make up my own words.
Pivotal.
It's a pivotal time for you, Ange. Smiling and crying at the same time. Love reading for you. I am getting, just everywhere. I have tingles everywhere right now, Ange. I'm not lying. Goosebumps and everything. There's something special for you happening. So I can't.
Allison said that she's read that this full moon is going to be in Aries, and it's going to be a strong, powerful one from what she's understanding. So this new full moon is going to really, pack a punch.
Yes, so it's going to be a powerful one, especially now in this month, right? October. Like what you said, the veil is thinner. Definitely. All right, so we are at the end of our show, and we want to thank everybody who stopped by. Thank you for your energy. It was great reading for you all. I don't know when the next show will be, but there will definitely be more Bones and Spirit tarot readings during the month of October, and I'm looking forward to share with all of you. I know I just had a reading for Heather and Ramon, but this specific question tonight, I really needed this tonight. Your readings are always spot on, and thank you. So grateful for you all, and we're grateful. We're grateful for the opportunity to read for you. It really, we get a lot for it. Yes, love you, Magus.
Everybody,
thank you for stopping by, my friend.
Yes.
Love you all. Thank you for being here. Your energy is amazing, and thank you very much to these beautiful two ladies up here, Heather and Ginger. I love reading with both of you. I love your energies. All
Oh,
right.
And we love
Thank you very much.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Your
Gothic
love is well
faith
received.
lessons.
Gothic Fae. And I love that background. You should keep it during the month of October
Yeah, definitely.
and maybe
am.
beyond.
Yeah.
And maybe beyond because it's fabulous. Like
Thank
it
you.
I don't know.
All right.
It
do
you
that.
you glow with that background.
Oh,
It's me. It's me.
Yes.
It's me.
Yes. All right. Thank you everybody. And as always, blessings to all. Thank you for stopping by and we'll see you again soon.